doctor came in and he pulled up a chair and sat in front of my bed. He says, well, if you keep drinking the way you are for another year, you could have 5 years left, or that could drop to 3. And right there, I woke up. And I had an intuition. Something told me, you know, you're getting close to going to the other side or maybe dying.
Keep your motor running, quiet on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way, like a true nature's child, for we were born for to be wild, we can climb so high, I'll never wanna die, born to be wild, born to be wild.
Welcome to Daytona Beach.
Well, we're back here at beautiful Daytona Beach for another bike week.
That's the beach.
Well, every bike week I've been to has been totally crazy, and what we can expect to see here, I have no idea.
Bike Week in Daytona Beach is the #1 bike rally in the entire world. Been going on for 65 years. 600,000 people come to Bike Week.
My whole purpose of being here at Bike Week is to show off the bike that I designed, because I'm starting Knievel's Custom Cycles up in Jersey, and that's why I brought it down here.
The biggest challenge for the week is that this is Daytona, and although we're down here for business, as the network believes we are, there's also, you know, a bit of history with Robbie.
You photographer, you're holding the lens wrong. You're supposed to hold it upside down.
It's really Robbie's coming out party. Really, it's the first time that he's been associated with a television show.
Oh, my goodness.
What's funny about it is you take a guy who grew up in this environment and you put him here for business, and it's hard to make that transition because Robbie's been coming to these bike rallies for years. So everybody in Daytona knows Robbie.
I get in trouble once in a while. There's a lot of temptations at bike rallies. There's a lot of temptations everywhere we go, but there's usually more at bike runs because it's like going to Vegas if you don't live in Vegas.
Robbie's Robbie. He makes his own decisions. He left home when he was 16. He does whatever the hell he wants to do, and nobody controls him. Robbie, along with a few of the crew members, cut a deal with a timeshare and vacation property to get a bunch of rooms, thousands and thousands of dollars in rooms. And in exchange, he had to make he has to do an appearance every day down at the timeshare sales center. On paper and in general, it seems like an easy thing to do, right?
You know, last night I saw them, they were all down in the bar, having fun, sitting on the bar stool, drinking up, and now today, first thing, they don't show up.
There's a bunch of rookies that haven't dealt with it that are sort of like trying to, figure out what's going on, and they're trying to make decisions, and really you can't do anything.
Distinguished guests, just so everybody's not wondering what's going on real quick.
This is TJ.
TJ, it's Larry.
Hey, Larry, how are you?
I'm not doing very well. I hear Mr. Knievel hasn't shown up this morning.
Well, let me tell you something, Larry. This is just continuing to happen.
All I ask him to do is show up at 10 o'clock in the morning on my sales floor, and he doesn't show.
He is staying at what he calls his home away from home during Bike Week.
A deal is a deal, and I ask him to be in the sales center at 10 o'clock every morning, and they're not showing up.
Oh, Robbie is supposed to do an appearance, and he's sick.
Mr. Knievel's not delivering, and it's very, very frustrating, and we don't know what to do about it.
Right now, currently, we're coming into Bike Week, and we have Mr. Robbie Knievel, who is Evil Knievel's son.
Well, the deal's actually pretty simple. We comped a considerable amount of money in rooms to the cause for his show. If I were to give a rough estimate of the amount of money that the rooms are being comped with, I would say in the neighborhood of $25,000.
Mr. Knievel just doesn't seem to have the time for us. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, let me be perfectly clear. Mr. Knievel gets down there on the sales center right now, and he shows up every morning at 10 a.m. or he's on the curb. Am I clear?
I've got you. I promise it'll never happen again, Mr. Catelli.
So the problem I have is if the man doesn't start showing up at 10 o'clock in the morning every morning, I'm going to toss all 15 rooms to the curb.
We have an arrangement here at this hotel. If he doesn't comply,
Oh, yeah.
we're all leaving now.
Oh, what, he's got to do like appearances
We're
and
gonna
stuff?
kick out
What's that? You're getting kicked out. Why?
because he's not doing it. He's supposed to do a couple things, so I don't know what he told the guys. So I gotta run up and see what's going on.
Billy?
You want that open? I want to look at it.
Is Billy here?
I just want to say hi. How you doing, man?
He's hungover. I mean, he's killing me.
Robbie did not do a radio deal this morning. One of the guys from the motel called up and said, well, Robbie's supposed to be here for a personal appearance. Where's he at? And so we went and got the grizzly bear out of bed and said, hey, Haggerty, we need some help here, buddy. I just talked to him. He says, if they want to go up there and see how sick he is, that's fine, too. But anyway, hey, I got Haggerty. He's coming down right now, and we'll be there in 5 minutes. Will that work?
Well, he doesn't show up. I say throw him out of the building, so they send over Grizzled Adams. And I'm telling you, that didn't make me happy.
I don't know if you guys will recognize this gentleman. Some of you might.
I don't know if all you folks are part of what we're doing over here, but I want to thank Joel and everybody, I don't know where you are, for letting us stay here. We're down here doing a reality show with Robbie Knievel, and I'm sorry that Robbie's not here right now. Robbie's gotten a little sick. I think he ran a little hard and burnt one of his pistons out last night, so I hope that he realizes that he can't put too much fuel to that body. What room am I in? I don't know, but I had a girl knock on my door for about a half an hour last night, and I just let her out about 10 minutes ago.
I paid for Robbie Knievel. I wanted to get Robbie Knievel. Grizzled comes over. He's a funny man. He's much funnier than Robbie is. And he came over and he did his little spiel, but that's not what I paid for.
I guess he's spoken out, so I'll be there every day.
I'll talk to him.
I might have to be left alone today.
I'll talk to him.
The right stomach cramps all night.
All right, buddy. I'll hook it up. You need anything at all?
No.
All right, buddy. Love you, man. Okay.
After Robbie being in his room all day, we ended up having to take him to the hospital because he was in severe pain. And it turned out, the problem was a serious problem.
What happened was I got a call from Brian Gates and said, Robbie's in the hospital. I said, what do you mean he's in the hospital?
Robbie Knievel came in. He had some complaints of some abdominal pain, diffuse all over the stomach, been there all day, and it had really been a different situation than stomach pain in the past. And he was stating that he'd never had this kind of pain before in his life. Most of his pain actually went through from his stomach to his back, which is common with pancreatitis. And one of the most common causes of pancreatitis is drinking of alcoholic beverages over a long period of time.
When I brought Robbie to the hospital and he was in the emergency room, I had noticed my phone was ringing and it was Evil. And I was sitting in with Robbie and I said, this is your dad's calling. I said, I think it's only right that I tell him that he's in the hospital. And Robbie said, yeah, that's fine. So Evil and I had quite a conversation about it. And he said, call me as soon as you hear more. And so after Robbie got out of CAT scan, I called him again and we discussed it. And he says, he goes, well, I'll just give him a hug and tell him I love him.
The results of the CAT scan showed that he had obviously some changes in part of the pancreas, which was consistent with some chronic pancreatitis. Also some changes in the liver, which are pretty consistent with long-term alcohol use.
When he came out, he pretty much told him that, it's time to quit drinking. That, alcohol is something that kills you, and if he keeps doing what he's doing, that's probably going to be the outcome.
Yeah, Robbie was really sick last night, ended up in the hospital.
You know, alcohol is something that kills you, and if he keeps doing what he's doing, that's probably going to be the outcome. So it scared the hell out of him, it scared the hell out of me.
It's his life, right? I mean, he grew up differently than I did. He's got a different background than I did. He runs at a different speed. So, you know, his body will tell him when it's time to slow down, and his mind will tell him when it's time to speed up.
Maybe sometimes in life it takes a wake-up call for people. Maybe that, you know, it might have happened to Robbie.
Something told me, you know, you're getting close to going to the other side or maybe dying.
With the situation as it was with him, I felt it would be a pretty good idea to have a conversation with him.
My doctor came in and he pulled up a chair and sat in front of my bed.
I talked to him about his family, his future, his past, what he really wanted out of life and where he was headed.
He says, well, I got to tell you, there's 20 things that cause pancreatitis. You have it. 17 of them are alcohol. So I figured the other 3 things, whatever they are, wasn't the cause of my pancreatitis.
Robbie also admitted at that time that he is something of a habitual drinker. Robbie usually drinks a large quantity of alcohol on an evening basis, basically a daily basis, and had been for several years.
He's still alive. You can't kill him that easy. You know, you haven't killed him yet. The man has 9 lives like a kid.
So the doctor says, if you keep drinking the way you are for another year, you could have 5 years left, or that could drop to 3. And right there, I woke up.
The majority of me is happy to see Robbie go into a hospital. I mean, this is a guy that didn't go to the hospital when he broke his hand on the Intrepid, right? He doesn't like hospitals, and so for Robbie to go is a good step.
I've been praying for years to cut my drinking way back.
And the fact that I heard Robbie was in the hospital saved them from getting kicked to the curb.
When we finished our conversation, he said, I want to give you something. He pulled this necklace off. He said, I don't know about you, but I'm a believer. Obviously, I'm assuming that this meant Christian. But I also think Robbie believes in himself. And I've got this feeling that Robbie's going to be pretty successful at this.
Why are you so nervous?
I'm not nervous. I'm just worried about you.
Why? Because I'm running myself down?
Thank God that he's going to be all right. Got out of hospital about 1 o'clock, so he's been laying in his room now, just kind of taking it easy. So we'll see how he feels when he gets up.
Hey, I'm Stacy from A&E, and we're at Bike Week in Daytona Beach to premiere the new A&E series, Knievel's Wild Ride. Our schedule for Robbie is to, he's doing some press for us for the show. He's going to ride in on the bike for the premiere.
He's going to appear at the VIP party, and then following the VIP party, we're going to have the premiere of the actual show.
I think that they expect that he's on time, and he makes the appointments that he's supposed to be at, and he does what they ask him to do. And this is where the conflict lies.
Yeah, we heard Robbie was out last night and that he might have needed some assistance later on in the night. Don't know any information right now, so probably shouldn't get too far into it.
So what time do you get up?
Probably about 3 o'clock.
That's when I get up.
Yeah, he was on his way. You know, this is what happens to talent. You know, they're late.
Robbie called me up and he wasn't feeling well. And, you there? Phone.
He's had challenges making some of the call times for PR and meetings, and I just hope that doesn't carry over to our accountability with A&E.
Robbie's not feeling really well right now. You know, I don't know if he's going to make it to the A&E signing or not. Yeah, all right, I'll do it. I'll get it handled. All right, bye.
But I want to bring the bike over.
No,
Bring the bike over.
no.
No.
Brian Gates. Hey, buddy, what's the word?
When my phone rings and it's Brian Gates calling, the hair on the back of my neck automatically stands up. Brian Gates rarely calls me and says things are going great. It's always, Zuck, are you sitting down?
That was just him.
What do you say? What do you say? Leave him alone?
He's got to make this today.
Well, he just says, you know what? They, after what happened last night, they're gonna have to understand what's gonna happen today.
Okay, well, if you call her and tell her that, you're gonna walk into a storm, and I don't think that's probably the wisest move, to just hit her over the head with it.
I just talked to her real quick. She said to get him there as soon as we can, and I explained that that's the situation, so.
Yeah, just, Brian, remember that they have a tendency to snap. Their first reaction is snap. I don't think that the network executives have an accurate description of Robbie as a person, because they haven't met him. He's a lot different in person than he is on the screen or on the telephone.
We're waiting on Robbie to sign autographs. He's late. And he's late. How late?
Don't edit that. About an hour.
1 hour and 15 minutes late. 1 hour and 15 minutes.
I'm gonna call Roman. Why don't you call me back after you walk into that storm, okay? All right, Brian. Bye. That sucks.
And I do wish him the best of luck, but I think before bike week's over, he'll drink.
He's pretty sick. He's not going to come right now. He said he's going to show up a little later.
Rather than say he's gonna be late, just tell him that Robbie wants to shift the 2-hour commitment back a half hour.
Come meet Roman at the Robbie Knievel booth.
We need him to show up. We're not happy right now.
I don't think it's going to happen at all.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Today? No, he said today it will.
Whenever I do so much PR, I just want to take a break, and my break was to go pretty much numb myself and have a drink and get away from everybody. It could just be me and the bartender, you know, because you always got people in your ear and in your face. I like to go hide out.
Face on there, yeah.
I'll call you later.
Bill had to go get me some new medication, the doctor, to help relax me, some Librium, because of my chemical imbalance, which I've had all my life.
I woke him up. So I just heard out there running. I looked out, he goes, Jesus, too nice a day. I don't care how sick I feel, I'm going. Let's just go. I said, all right, good. He's just getting in the shower. And he's gonna ride his bike over. And he's not feeling well, but he's coming anyway.
Yeah? I gotta go get my bike and warm it up. I'll bring it over.
Robbie's visit to the hospital didn't really throw off scheduling too much. More than anything, I think those guys have been pretty cool. I mean, they understand about Robbie and what he does, and that if somebody's sick and they're not feeling well, they need to go to the hospital. That's life.
Hey, it's Brian. He said, look, he said, it's a really nice day. I'm really, really sick, but he said, I need to get out of here. Maybe I can, you know, he can just survive and do it. So he's gonna give it a wing.
Luckily, we have Brian Gates, who's a cop, who knows cops in this town, and hopefully can get us a police escort or get us through the traffic as quick as possible.
Okay, girl, we'll do it in 10.
escort. We flew over here, we made a grand entrance. The crowd went wild and crazy.
Daredevils are very, very sexy.
Daredevils are extremely sexy.
Robbie, you're an inspiration to anybody that rides a motor and 2 wheels.
Thanks,
It's
man.
Mad Dog Manny.
Mad Dog Manny.
Thank you, Mr. Knievel.
You're welcome.
Somebody comes up to you and asking for your autograph, your picture, just because they dig you.
So, from a mechanic to doing autographs ain't so bad, you know? I keep my hands clean. Thank you.
It is different, strange in a way, but to me, a hell of lots of fun.
Hey, Zook, you want one of them?
They asked me to sign autographs. Unbelievable. Really?
Bring those shirts down and the skirts up, and I'm signing anything you got, honey. My new agent, he's the man.
Roman over there, you know, he could barely write his name.
My hand is getting tired.
At the A&E premiere autograph signing, I expected the Knievelettes to show up in their Cobra bikinis, but, you know, Barry, my prediction was they wouldn't show up.
What my job is to find girls in each town, dress them up and make them look good, to make Robbie look good.
None of the girls showed up. I'm so scared. We're gonna find them. 2 of them are called. They're stuck in traffic right now.
Still?
Over at the racetrack,
What
yeah.
are they supposed to be doing?
Just doing his bikini line.
I'm here to do makeup for the Knievelettes. I've been waiting since 3 o'clock. Nobody showed up yet. So I've got a bunch of makeup waiting to make people look pretty and no one to do it on.
You give him the ball, he drops it. You go get another ball, he drops that one. Say, Barry, last ball, he drops that one too.
I knew this was gonna happen. Typical Daytona. Everybody's gonna get stretched out.
But I was ticked off at Barry because no girls showed up with the Cobra bikinis, the good-looking girls that take pictures with my brand new snake bike.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I like it.
What's the plan here? Hey, how you doing?
I'm Lisa.
This is our stand-in.
You can't just pull some girl off the street and say, here, do you want to do this, do you want to do that?
Yeah, I want to totally have the photographers to get shots of the bike. So my idea about the girls in the Cobra bikinis, I thought would draw all the photographers for sure to the bike. You can hang out over there, photographers to take shots over there with the bike.
Knievel is superstars. So for those, anything that has to do with Robbie Knievel, Team Knievel, Knievel Custom Cycles, you should have a super model.
Well, you know what? You have to pay top models to get top models, you know?
The bottom line is he wanted a snake bikini with a certain girl look that he picked out. This is not the snake bikini. That is not the girl. He said, cut the photographers, no pictures, get Barry, tell him you can't do it right. Don't do anything at all. You're out of here. And that's it.
I was told to leave because they wanted me to have a snake outfit on.
Robbie told me to tell him, quote unquote, tell him to quit f***ing around, excuse my French, do it right or don't do it at all.
But after Robbie's near-death experience, being in the hospital, it's like, you know, wouldn't you think you'd rest in bed for the rest of the day? No, instead the goofball goes out and jumps into a stock car.
I hope they got 2 cars out there today that we can get in and race side by side. Can you get in one?
Mm-hmm.
The door don't open.
That's it. I'll get in through the trunk. Are you kidding? What are you talking about? I can unscrew my legs and fold in half.
When something happens to your body, you learn how to be happy real quick sober. So I've been having fun, laughing, and I know I can have fun being sober.
I can't wait, though, because I drove one in '91, like I said, and the guy got killed 2 days before, first time I ever drove one. And I was like, taking it easy, you know, going around. I'm going to let it loose today. I did my first jump at a track this size in Buffalo, New York when I was 9, off my dad's ramps.
Guy in the office calls me and tells me you're coming to drive a race car, and I just started giggling. I said, okay. Everything I can do? No, we got it under control. I said, all right, but I have to show up because I got a story to tell. That's Charlie right over. It says Flash Collins. That's the usual race car driver. This
You ain't gonna worry about scratching the paint.
How you doing,
Put it that
Charlie?
way,
How's
you know?
it going?
Going fine.
Robbie.
Tight track, and Robbie's gonna go balls to the wall like he always does. You can't protect the man from himself. He's crazy.
Yeah, we're in no hurry.
You want to brake in the straightaway. You know, going as hard as you
wanna
can.
brake?
Brake in the straightaway.
That's all he told me. Is that like I knew what I was doing. I drove a late model in 1991.
And just nail the throttle and
Brake right before you come in. Said you hit the brake right when you come all the way up against the wall. Hit the brake right here, boom. And then he'd nail it halfway through.
Are you gonna drive it or what?
Yeah.
Get in it. Get going, man.
Everything Robbie does, he goes balls to the wall as fast as he can go, as hard as he can go, and gives 110%. And you give somebody a toy like this, they don't have a choice.
Will you guys f***ing relax?
Do you put your Depends on?
I always got my red, white, and blue Depends on.
All right, just want to make sure.
He's a f***ing daredevil. So any dumbass that gives the guy the keys and thinks that it's like giving the keys to your brother is an idiot.
There he goes. We knew that one was coming.
He won't make it through this one either. He's gonna spin coming out of corner here too.
Oh my gosh.
He's a f***ing daredevil. So any dumbass that gives the guy the keys is an idiot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he wrecked it. Holy
I was concerned. I didn't know if he was dead or alive. I didn't know if it hurt his neck, and the window net wasn't up. I saw him looking at the bottom and thinking, oh, here we go.
I was scared to death. You see me taking off for the wall because I was afraid because, you know, just not the impact, but a neck injury and things like that.
You know once the car gets angled at that point, he ain't collecting it.
He just spun out like crazy, tried to bring it back, and kept his foot on the pedal. Yeah, he wrecked it.
Come here. Are you okay? You all right? It almost jumped over the wall, buddy.
I go flying into the first corner, spin around, come out of it. Coming out of the four turn, I got too much throttle, and I go, there's a little sand on the track from the wind. I go, shh, 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 and I can't correct it. Just a flash. Earnhardt's crash went right through my mind. I thought, I'm going into this wall head on hard. Bam! I feel myself up on top. Boom. I didn't feel a thing. I saw a star, and Brian runs up to me. He thought I was hurt, you know, and I'm laughing, and he just burst out laughing. I'm like, I'm fine.
Bob.
You need to cancel the yacht ride. You got to pay for a car.
Yeah, look at the frame.
I thought I was going to hit a lot harder than that, but I was like, as soon as I hit, I was like, I'm okay. Saw a few stars.
Dale Earnhardt, you're not. You hit hard.
Come on. You act good. I got to get this.
Pushing. And he's trying to get out because he's nervous, and so he's pulling on the steering wheel, and there. Oh no, you have to push down and pull up.
Oh, son of a bitch. You all right? I think I just broke my nose.
Smacks himself in the nose. In the car. Give me some ice.
Well, the brakes, it'll be black and blue. Black? Yeah, he's probably swollen a little bit. Give me some ice at a motorhome in a bag right away so I can keep this down.
Your career as a race car driver is over.
You.
It's fishtailing. That was one short.
I got it.
You got it?
I'm out. I'm fine, man. Hey. Thank you very much.
I thought I was going that wall hard.
You did. It was all the way up.
I thought I was going over.
The frame is gone. Bent and cracked. What is really good because he's a daredevil. Remember, bold and reckless.
And I'm sober.
That's a souvenir for you.
I've wrecked more cars than bikes, I think, but brand new cars.
Spanky. I know one thing for sure.
You call him too?
Robbie can crash a car a lot better than you can.
Give me a little piece. How about something I could take and put in my garage?
Hey, it's all in fun. I'm here to have fun, and this is fun, so it's a price you pay to have fun.
That's what I said. Who'd be stupid enough to let him have a car the second time?
Go get me another car, can you? So they went and got me some other kind of car.
I don't understand who would be dumb enough to bring a second car and say, oh, here, try it again.
Oh, that's nice. Were they bringing another stock car out, or is
This is it.
Oh, this is it.
Now, my wife is about to divorce me over this one. So, no wrecking.
No, all right.
Get in for a minute.
Let me in there.
You want to play around with it when you get done, make sure you get it in the last gear.
Don't keep your eye out, but he might do it again. Yeah, down to Robbie Knievel, he'll do it again. He already made it 2 laps now. Now this is much better to watch.
Robbie's been doing great. I mean, he's doing a lot better than I think I would have done. You know, anything, whether it's it's cigarettes or eating or whatever, challenge everybody has. Everybody has a dragon. We just don't know about it, Unfortunately, he gets a bad rap. He's had a challenge. He's taken a bull by the horns, and he's doing fantastic. I mean, against everybody's wishes, he's totally gone cold turkey, and he's doing it.
What is that? Get that thing out of here. Who the are you?
Your mom's gonna watch it.
I basically went through the whole bike week with no alcohol.
I cut my drinking down to like 80% in the beginning because, a lot of people tell me, even the doctor, don't try and stop completely. You might have a heart attack.
If you've been drinking for a long period of time, you'll have episodes of a detox. You can suffer from severe problems with it, seizure problems, certainly problems with your mental status changes, and worst comes to worst, you could actually die.
Hey, Robbie, looks like you're losing weight lately.
I'm gaining weight. I've been eating like crazy because I haven't been drunk.
Do I want a Viagra? I don't need a Viagra. Oh, a beer. Oh,
Shut up. And so to go through bike week without drinking and having a good time with other people it's hard to tolerate them when they're drinking and you're not.
No, I'm fine. I can't drink hardly anything. I know that. I ain't going anywhere. I'm going to an AA meeting.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on over and meet and greet Robbie Knievel right here at Riverfront Park.
On A&E, I'm just looking for a place to crash.
You're premiering a Robbie Knievel real-life series in the midst of a bike rally. How could it go wrong?
It's because of the weather. People aren't coming out.
The weather's kind of bad. It's cold outside.
The world premiere! Robbie Knievel's Wild Ride!
You know, we're going around. It's, 45 minutes before showtime, so people aren't here yet.
Come on and join us for the VIP party. That's right. It's all happening at the big video screen. Meet Robbie Knievel. Check out the new show on A&E, Robbie Knievel's Wild Ride, premiering 10 p.m. on A&E.
I'm just looking for a place to crash.
It's premiere night at Bike Week in Daytona, and we're screening Knievel's Wild Ride, the first episode premiere. We're really psyched. It's a beautiful night. It's going to be great. We have a lot of people coming. Robbie's here. He's riding his new snake bike in. Robbie's in a good mood. We're all happy. It's the big premiere.
A Robbie Knievel real-life series in the midst of a bike rally. How could it go wrong?
It's because of the weather. People aren't coming out.
The weather's kind of bad. It's cold outside.
It's the weather.
It's dark and people are about to eat right now.
It's 4 o'clock. This park is still open. We don't have the right to do it then. We can only do when the park is closed. It closes at 6. This is what event marketing is. You tell people when to come and you hope they come. The screening starts at 8. It's, at 7 o'clock, we had like half the VIPs here. We thought we would.
So even if we did it tomorrow, we'd have to do it after the park closed.
Yeah.
And if the weather, if it gets cold again, that's just the way it happens.
And you give people a chance to leave, and then you try to bring them back to the same place. It's impossible.
People say they're going to come, they don't come. They come late, they come early.
Bold and reckless.
This is the first night that it's been unveiled to the public, and I know Rob, he would just as soon have a packed house with thousands of people overflowing in wild, screaming craziness. That's his style. It's a nice night.
So I just want to do a crowd check, see who I recognize, see who's sitting down, who's edgy, on the edge of their seats, things like that. Okay, appreciate it.
What is that, a bar up there?
Yeah, what do you want some drink?
No, I'm all right.
What you want?
I'm all right. I might do a
You want some vodka?
teeny bit of little Jack Daniels on the rocks.
Little Jack on the rocks, let me get you one.
Thanks, man.
It's just, it's been a struggle and a lot of stress, and it's just the entertainment business. I'm an entertainer. Everywhere you go, Robbie's the excuse for the party. Everybody wants to buy you a drink.
I'm just gonna do a half a one.
I know that it's difficult for Robbie himself. He's struggling with it right now, saying, God, I got to do this. I got to do it. I'll have just one more drink.
No, I just want a half of Jack on the rocks. Take a shot.
That's back at the hotel.
Huh? Mixed?
Cowboy grind. Cowboy special.
It's mixed for Robbie.
Tastes like water.
Yeah, it's water, brother.
Got any straight stuff? Oh, what is it, moonshine?
told everyone to come. We've flyered the whole town. You know, we're going around. It's, 45 minutes before showtime, so people aren't here yet.
15 short minutes, the world premiere, Robbie Knievel's Wild Ride.
You know, I got problems with the premiere setup because all the vendors are closed. It's nighttime, it's been cold in Daytona. I'm worried about the premiere.
How do we get in?
Still gonna go around the side. The alert level's lifted because it's dark out now, and I can't see the threat assessment until it's right up on us. And, everybody's riding, everybody looks the same, everybody has jackets on, everybody has a black leather jacket on. I can hide, I got my 45 in here, nobody's seen it, so.
We might as well just say hello on the mic.
No.
Make sure you listen to my lineup.
No, it's exactly as I expected. This is how events go. People come at the last minute.
Welcome to my premiere. I'd just like you guys to enjoy the show, and thanks for coming out.
My nipples are hard, look.
But what I like on the road is people that make me laugh, friends that make me laugh, and keep me happy because it's a stressful business. And if I can laugh, then I'm having fun.
But my nipples got so cold coming down here, I have to protect them. They got all hard and stiff and I gotta protect my nipples more from now on.
Yeah, the crowd looked like they loved it. I saw laughing. I saw, people have emotion.
We laugh a lot more because we know what goes on behind the scenes and who does what, so it's a lot funnier that way.
It was a lot better than I thought it would ever be.
Oh, buddy. Bill? Huh? All right.
Awesome. Totally awesome.
I can't wait to see what's coming up. That's gonna be a good show.
Thanks, buddy.
Jesse James ain't got on that one. It's good.
I turned around to Robbie. I said, my heart's even beating fast. I know you're gonna make it.
People that were there liked the premiere, and A&E's all excited, so I think it's gonna be good.
It was excellent.
He knows how to ride.
This is how events go. People come at the last minute, went off perfectly.
A show is a show. Dirt sells, sex sells. In the end, I think we should all be glad and thankful. And you want to do this, go all the way or don't go. It's like one or the other. You don't like it, that's the door.
It's my everyday life, and I just gotta admit it. A lot of people like to hide things in the closet. My life's real, and it's on camera now, so that's how I am. Take me or leave me.
Twisted Sister happened to be in Daytona at the same time, and they're cutting Born to Be Wild again. And they asked me to come over, so I'm going to meet them at the Speedway.
What's happening, man? Robbie.
Eddie.
Nice to meet you, dude. Nice to meet you, too. How are you? How you doing, man?
I'm Dee. How are you?
Nice to meet you, man. What's going on?
Somebody heard us doing Born to Be Wild from back in the club days, and we're talking about 20 some odd years ago. And I guess Robbie really liked it and thought it really captured the spirit of what he's trying to put across with his show. This is going to be the opening song every week, which is pretty cool.
You're gonna come on stage and do Born to Be Wild with us at the end of the night?
Yeah,
We're gonna bring you out?
Let me do it with you.
You're gonna come up on stage singing? Well, that's right. You know what? What is
I
guarantee you can sing better than me.
I can't sing. We are ecstatic that he picked us to do the song.
Tell me about the Born to Be Wild.
I'll tell you a story. On stage, right? All of a sudden, I get banged in the head with a bottle cap. So I stop the music, and I've got the lights in my eyes, and I say, what the mother through a bottle cap. I mean, come on up here, you piece of And there were 2 monster Hell's Angels holding back an even bigger Hell's Angel who's trying to get to the stage to kill me. So I'm seeing this, and I'm like, oh, guys, play Born to Be Wild. And it went for on cue. Save my ass.
Twisted Sister recorded Born to Be Wild for an opening for Robbie Knievel's new television show on A&E. Everybody, Robbie Knievel! You want to say hey?
And it's a pleasure to have these guys re-record the song for me. And so let's sit back and listen to Twisted Sister.
You sit back and I'll kill you. That's what's called in E, Born to Be Wild. Can your motor running? Or head out on the highway? Or looking for adventure? And whenever it comes our way! Hey, darling, gonna make it happen. I think the world in a loving praise. Flying out of the guns at once. Exploding the face. Like a true nature's child. We were born to be wild. You can climb so high. Never wanna die. Sing with me. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. One more time. Born to be wild.
We're here for a ride. We should make it a good one.
My whole life's changing after 34 years that I put into this career, and things are finally starting to happen.
Robbie Knievel!
I accomplished the impossible, which is staying sober in Daytona for Bike Week. I'm scaling it way back, and I expect to keep it that way for the rest of my life. I think God stepped into my life and said, hey, time to live the rest of your life, you know, for your kids and be happy and take care of yourself if you want to live, which I do.
Everybody, Robbie Knievel!
My name's Rob.